Hello, everybody. I've been asked to do a light language transmission today, focusing on gut health and sort of balancing the body's. Let's talk about also the body's immune system and basically bringing everything into alignment so everything's functioning. I said obviously it's a work in progress for some, but bring the body back into better balance. Yes, vi perkarte. But obviously a big focus on gut health. Yes, vi harkase. So if you haven't heard light language before, there's a little bit happening already. You'll hear sounding from my voice and see hand movements. And if you feel unusual sensations coming up, then please just allow that to process. This may be emotions, or it can be sort of unusual sort of body sensations. If I'm releasing, it makes me burp and it can make me shake. And I'm doing this recording with a client in mind, but my guides at my team have asked me to keep this general and obviously put this out here to support anyone with they're saying hormonal imbalances as well as gut health. Yes, bida. Morokase. Mama marra begar kursikaram, but erra begar urn, ana begar ana arre ina da kuter pisikaran, arre begar arra an arra an arra echikara, moteterskara. Coordinating a peaceful existence with all body functions. Amara begar sukuram, markti erra begar urn arti ena karabekas kukurum, baba batkti erra is erron, matak arra is ram mamat skerran dorki ator sumarri masur bekar asu papa papa socorre bis ronda arche matu pat pepe sokota tarki atu pat paposkrin pasu te pesana kole besi artem Baba Batur erra ase ana an arsi arre is perchu arre. As we're focusing on food, let's start with the intake. Markese. Mama Rebecca Rebecca Sakaram, Arrak the Becor Arre, Anag as Emma Mama Enana Arre, an Archikaram. Of course, a lot of people do have food sensitivities. Escarre arre inana arre ana an arre an arre ana ana arre an arre potkarti arre enana arre atakas arre parsu arre pekarsi iskavar arti etakarchicha. And they're making the salivary glands in my mouth activate. It's kind of interesting. And they're talking about sort of balancing the food that's that you're intaking. Yes, bida. Mama baba and they said, of course, a lot of people, who are sensitive and avoiding certain food substances. This is not as a sort of replacement for that, and this is not kind of intended to kind of stop that. If you've been advised or you're intolerant of stuff, obviously please do continue with that avoidance. It will reduce some intolerances. And this is going to be a completely different process for each individual that this recording meets, whoever it meets. This may bring memories into your awareness of times that food has giving you a reaction. Yes, yes. For some, it's appropriate to take away that fear. And for those where it is the fear creating a resistance, in some ways that's a simpler process of bringing the body back into the balance. For others, this is very much when we feel the fear or distaste or disgust with certain food substances, it is our body's reacting to the fact that it is toxic to our system. So some people need to still be aware of that. But releasing the expression is releasing some scarring that's not appropriate. And the aim is to obviously keep you all safe. Obviously, the body can, to some extent, pick and choose what it intakes. And they're not going to push certain food groups onto anybody. This will support some people to become more aware and look at and focus on what they're ingesting. For others, it's the opposite end of the scale. It's kind of pushing a few fears aside. Working down the body, sort of focusing on the consumption first and then working down into the gastric system. Yes, beta. This is where people might be aware of other sort of body functions coming into play. So they said, don't be surprised if the body starts producing gas. I'll leave that one to your imagination. Say, when I release, it makes me burp, and everybody that watches my lives knows that. But I got a feeling there might be other rumbles going on as well. Causing or creating shifts in everybody's gastric system. Yes, beta. And this next section, they're saying we're going to soak up some toxins. And I've actually got this image of it's like pulling a net through people's body. It feels like I've got a body here in front of me and literally just pulling this net sort of back and forth. So it's kind of catching a few toxins. And I'm hoping for some lovely healing. So I've got, I'm not sure who this is, but I've got, it feels like the energy of a potential client just grinning and smiling with complete joy as I'm doing this. So I'm really hoping people find some lovely comfort within this transmission. Mama Rabekaram, Baba Rabekaram, Baba Baba Rabekasurum, Baba Baba Rabesikaram, Baba Baba Retikaram, Baba Baba Rasikaranare, Baba Baba Regabarara, Baba Retikaram, Chukur, Shambo the Barchara. I'm just feeling these really gentle waves going through the body. Baba Baba Rebekaram, Baba Baba Rebekaram, Baba Baba Rebeskaran Arre. Some of you might be aware of sort of muscles within your body, especially around the gastric system, sort of clenching and expanding. And just a release there. Bobrakotas and the carti. Base capita. Barti. Base. Orchamas and carti. Excuse my body releasing there with a burp. Morca se barkita rakbuta se mabertur ashe arre arta. Borche che vertina tu so sakai. Bakuya ta arche. Re-energizing the gastric system for those whose bodies feel sluggish. Marco si ve papterkati. Pa 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 pa. Sukorre ratto ripitato ta 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 ta. Sukorre churram. Pa 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 parre. Pakarre siete garchuk. Basse. Arre, ana, barre, arra, ashe. Sha. Arre, botakatja, rapid. Arre, ashe. Borchakarte, passe bit bye. Paco la. Ulelelelelele. Bushalelelelele. Burshare. Sukumalele. Papa pilistic kare. Ha ya. Hold yourself in honor. The kindest thing anybody can do is support their body. The best way to support anybody is to, including the body, including the gut, should I say, is to flourish it with hope, with gratitude, with love. Bringing in hope for everybody's system. Some restrictions releasing. Mama making sure your body isn't competing with itself. And all the way through this is some releasing. Yes, bida borka si bikarra motekar arre enana ana and for some people this they're calling it gastric anger because obviously if our bodies aren't functioning, if we kind of we're not able to eat the food we love, as sometimes it's as our bodies change, but I know with my own, it's kind of as aware of some things I've only just become aware. So the last few years I'm intolerant of. But when I look back on my life, it's kind of, I think I've always been intolerant to certain food groups. But I tolerate. I say tolerated. I put up with it. Anyway, releasing some aggression. And this might be, simply just your frustrations. Basic. Mama base borra base jutatasa base borca sente base bit bye originas or marci arcate de garci e garcita arti. And then looking at, they mentioned hormones right at the start, but looking at other systems, because obviously the whole body, sort of one feeds into the other, so to speak. That the most important thing of all, just bringing everyone respect and love. Ba 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 ragaram ba 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 ragaram batkaragaram e shikoram ba 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 ragaram ba 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 ragaram ba ragaram ich aram ba 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 ragaram bat errat erabakasabrakar enana arre arre ana arre pitara. For some people, clearing disgust and discussing the human body. Of course, this can have effects on not just the emotions, but the hormones. I said, as well as affecting other support systems. Are supporting people to treat themselves with respect. And actually, sort of with some, I kind of feeling this. I'm feeling into this potential of kind of. It's almost like the body saying to the person, "You are not treating me with respect." And it's almost like the mind is kind of like busy. I don't know, it can be all sorts that you're ingesting, of course. It can be the toxins within alcohol. It's anything that you put into your body. But again, your body can get angry. And this is what I'm feeling. It's kind of like the mind saying one thing, be it the drinking or the chocolate cake or whatever it is. The mind is saying, yeah, I'm enjoying this. And the body is going, no. And again, releasing some of these feelings of disrespect within the body system. And I might shout within this releases. And I said, bringing the head, the body, the heart, bringing it all back into balance. I said, above all else, supporting gut health. Your body needs to be appreciated. I guess someone's repeating it, kind of the body carries you on this planet. Appreciate it. Make sure you cherish your body above all else. And I could almost kind of feel people kind of cringing away from that one. And they've actually asked me to do a part 2 to this, because this one it felt a little bit it's running towards the end. It felt a little bit haphazard and awkward as I was doing it. But they're saying it will bring balance. But it really feels like this is a big topic. So they've asked me to do a part 2 at some point. So I might even call this gastric system part 1 or something. And I'll see how the days go, and maybe do another one next week. Okay, thank you. Espera, por ganas.